SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Okay, well, I've just finally discovered that I am suddenly able to access the lower part of the city, which I didn't realize I couldn't do before. So, good timing there, I guess. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that also, because up on this side of the city, I feel like most of the stuff I was pursuing, I'm a little bit stuck on at the moment. Either locked out by white checks or unwilling to do the thing that I would need to do to progress it. So why don't we go down here to the other side of the waterlock and see what's down here, because I'm very curious. Hey, look, money! Yay, good start. Lovely start. 55 cents. You know what? I'll take it. Absolutely. All right, so what's this? The radio relay hums with electricity. I guess that's a good thing. It seems like a good thing. What's this? I can't see it from here. I'd have to go down and around. Okay, well, in that case... Okay, we got a stairwell up over here. I'm easily distractible, it turns out. What's this? Bricks. Can I have the bricks? Ooh, magnesium. What was that doing amongst the bricks, I wonder? Are you okay, Kim? You're having a bit of a twitchy problem. It's alright. What's this? Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. I see. Okay. And this is the gate in question? The sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. An inverted star. Oh, sure, like the pentagram, or what's it called? Because a pentagram is the upside down star in a circle, right? I don't remember what it's called when it's just the inverted star. Anarchy, anyway. Or not anarchy. No, anarchy is an inverted star. A breaker box to power the radio pylon above you. I didn't read it fast enough. What's this? Money! That's what it is. Thank you. Okay. What's this? Ahead. Decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Okay. Can I play on them? Is that an option? Well, it does look like there's a way to get down there, but I don't know what it is at the moment. If I click on this, we go back. Okay. All right. Then let's backtrack a little bit. I do have concerns that Kim's going to be a little disgusted with me for doing this, but frankly, I'm feeling like things aren't going so well on the case investigation itself. Oh, tracks. Why tracks? A creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. A broken axle grinding? What's making that noise? Swings also. Can I sit on the swings? I cannot. Okay, well that's a shame. What's this? Oh, hey, there's a broken motor lorry here. Oh, it's my car! Isn't it? Banged up fuel canister. Sure. Item gained, banged up fuel canister. Let's have a look at it. Items. There it is. A dented stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on its side has been partially stripped over years of use. The government-issue red-dyed fuel and oil inside looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. Well, I'd imagine it does, yes. It's one of the features of oil, you might say. This is my car, isn't it? I'm going to take morale damage by looking at this, aren't I? Probably. So let's have a look at this first. A bottle, drained of all its booze, is frozen to the ice. So this is my car then, huh? No, let's investigate it. Oh, what? The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. Okay, well, let's try not to fall into the ocean. That seems like a great idea. All right.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half-submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Elysium Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible.
I wish I had a way of reinforcing my morale before I continued. Continue.
It must be cold and lonely down there in the icy water.
I would imagine it is.
The seawater has already started to corrode the metalworks.
Yeah, it does that.
Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
Wait. Okay, I don't know for a fact that this is my motor lorry, but, like, it probably is, right? Motor carriage. This is a motor carriage, not a motor lorry. That's different. Okay. There were tracks that smashed down the gate at the Whirling in Rags. The tracks then went across the roof of the pawn shop and wound up here. When I touched Kim's motor carriage, my brain told me that my own motor carriage was at the bottom of the sea. And here we have a half-submerged motor carriage with evidence of someone having been drinking nearby. This is where the tracks in the plaza were leading to. Okay, yes, let's go with that.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate. We don't have time for traffic hooliganism right now. I guess let's investigate. He probably recognizes that this is a police carriage, and therefore probably mine.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
The lieutenant replies, his eyes never leave the sunken vehicle.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water.
Oh boy, yep, Inland Empire knows what's coming. Inland Empire can usually tell when I'm about to take a hit to the morale. Run your hand over the cold metal. What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo? How long has this been? How long has it been here? Well, looks like Jacob Irwa's journey came to an abrupt end here. Who? What should we do? I'm guessing that running my hand over the cold metal is going to be what gives me the morale damage. What's the make of this MC? Can I see a logo? Let's start with that.
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
A monkfish? I didn't realize they hung out in the shallows? Monkfishes are the, lamprey-style things, right? Huh. I've never seen one in the wild. Neat, I guess. Run your hand over the middle.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
I would imagine that's true. Continue.
A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
That is to say, it was badly maintained before whoever it was drove it into the ocean? Or sea, I guess? How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
He leans forward to peek into the cold water. Last Saturday or Sunday? So, about the time that someone around here went on an extreme bender and lost their entire memory, for example? Continue.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Just before all this went down. Just before I woke up naked. Like, I guess not that close before, but, you know, that was Monday morning, so... Well, looks like Jacob Irwa's journey came to an abrupt end here. Who is Jacob Irwa? If I don't say this, I won't get an answer to that question. Let's find out.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Did you say something, Lieutenant? Yes, rub your chin. Crazy recklessness. Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphing over the driver's IQ. Enough gloating, this is serious. Huh. Did you say something, Lieutenant?
I did not.
He gives you a
But
blank
I'd
stare.
say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Indeed. What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Wait for low tide. Okay, continue.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
My badge. How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. It's the only option at this point. I can't actually exit this particular engagement, so I guess we're sitting on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. That sounds like a good time. I guess. Sure.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent.
I wasn't fully expecting Kim to also sit on the swings. Continue.
The hinges creak under your weight. Dangerously so.
I believe it. It's not really designed for someone of my, stature. Continue.
Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
Hold on, it looks very blue. Point to the sunken vehicle. Drama medium 10, whistle a tune. +1 art cup. Wait in silence. Oh, okay. I'm thinking that I can select this option and not, it won't cause me to not be able to whistle a tune, because I remember seeing a loading screen message that said if you pick an option that says wait or hold on at the beginning, it doesn't disrupt the flow of things. So I'm going to observe that the motor carriage is very blue.
Yes, it does.
It does. What's your favorite blue thing? What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
The lieutenant is staring at the wreck. Whistle a tune, then.
The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
Continue.
The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher-pitched and slightly more melodic trill.
Really? Continue.
Two birds on a wire, whistling by the seaside, looking at the water and the sunken car.
Continue.
The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed.
How's this? Continue.
Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
A good topic for discussion, and let's see here. So, was your dad also, point to your eyes? Point to your eyes? The tide sure is taking its sweet time. Would you rather sit on an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of leeches? Points to your eyes. Are you meaning to say Kim is like a how do you want to put it? He's a multi-generational Revacholian, but has some Sil blood in him, right? Is the idea that he's... Are you saying, was his dad like me? Is that what we're bringing up randomly? The tide sure is taking its sweet time is not much of a topic for discussion. And this is... Huh. So either be personal about it, do like the default boring thing that's not going to lead to anything interesting to say, or it depends on the ants, though, right? I'm not the one who needs to be answering this question. The question is, do we want to be possibly too personal about it, or do we want to ask him if he'd rather sit on an anthill for an hour and stand in a river of leeches? Which kind of suffering strikes you as most tolerable? Well, so far I've been consistently too personal about it. We just had a very nice moment, whistling in tandem. I guess this would be a great time to ruin it. I don't know exactly what I'm referring to, so I'm going to choose it just so I find out. I hope it doesn't put him off too much.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Seolite.
Right, you did already tell me that. Right. I didn't know who my mom or my dad was. I miss my parents. I suppose that's true, I don't. You're right, I should have known that, Kim. I'm sorry for forgetting. I forget a lot of things, it turns out.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
All I'm saying is I'm surprised people's skin color varies so drastically. If you have to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Do you think I'll ever find my gun? Man, this is taking a long time. It's not exactly a fun topic. I'm not doing that one. Do you think I'll ever find my gun? Not exactly the best topic to touch on. Let's get Kim's take on the whole striking versus shipping company situation.
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
This is true, but if someone puts a gun to your head, I guess that's just your way of saying you'd side with the company. I understand you're saying you're siding with the union. So either we decide for him, or we force him to choose one. Well, verbally. The question is, what? Either we actually get an answer out of him, or we decide what indecision means in this situation. Who is the one at the advantage right now? Certainly the company has more resources, but the union is entrenched, right? This is their territory. Let's get Kim's take on it. I can think about it all day and all night. What does Kim think?
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now? Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Proceed. Well, let's go with, can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you. Continue.
Yes. Why haven't you?
Because I'm mentally avoiding it. Continue.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
He pauses to think. Government offices, Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
My district. Continue.
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
Uh-huh. Continue.
Does he know something about the driver of this vehicle?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rub your chin. Small fish, this one. 41, huh? The street racer is quite the ladies' man. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this one Coupri 41. Stupid factory. I hate guessing. District something? A precinct? Something municipal? Rub your temples. You're getting a horrible headache. Oh, God, no. I know exactly what it is.
I'm sorry, Harry. I'm so sorry.
So am I. And I was genuinely expecting you to reprimand me. Continue.
41. Precinct 41. A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you.
Continue.
No. Just no. Say no to this, Harry.
No. Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea with a lot of punctuation. No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just a coincidence. No, let's face it. We'll face it. It's gonna hurt, but we'll face it.
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone. How do we get it out? I can still fix it. They're not going to take me back after this, are they? The badge, the gun, and now this. Things were going so well. We were just whistling merrily. Well, at least I can see what's in there now. The badge, the gun, and now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Continue.
There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing I've lost. A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined. Lost forever into the deepest of seas.
Are you talking about basically who I was before all this? They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
He's trying to cheer you up now. Things were going so well, we were just whistling merrily. I was about to say whistling warily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
The lieutenant says with a smile. I suppose that's true. Maybe I was in pursuit of someone? It doesn't seem likely, though, does it?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
The lieutenant looks skeptical. We don't get it out. I can't fix it. Let's just... How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
He says almost gently. So it's just gonna be there like that.
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable. But overall, this machine is a write-off.
He looks around. I can still fix it? I can't still fix it. But let's just say it because I want to know what he's going to say.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well.
The lieutenant replies with a sigh.
You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there.
He shakes his
In a
head.
few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one.
Yeah. Continue.
Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I don't have that kind of money. I couldn't even pay a hostel bill. People are going to be angry at me, aren't they, in Precinct 41? This is a disaster. People are going to be angry at me, aren't they, in Precinct 41?
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget.
He's avoiding your
I
gaze
mean,
now.
my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
They're that rare, are they? Continue.
This was 20% of the station's vehicular budget.
Sounds like it. That's not good. Well, at least I can see what's in there now.
Yes, let's go take a look.
Task complete. Find the traffic hooligan. It was me! I am the hooligan. Let's go take a look. Okay. Let's go take a look. My badge. RCM badge. LTN 2JFR Dubois. Dubois. It seems as though I might be Harry Dubois. RCM commander's jacket? I'm a commander? Or I was? Take all. Okay. So we have a commander's jacket. +1 esprit de corps, +1 visual calculus, whereas my current jacket is +1 esprit de corps and that's it. But, oh man, I don't necessarily feel good about that. United in black, sharp eye. A black uniform jacket with RCM's signature white rectangle on its right sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read LTN 2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality other than some minor wear and tear. And the badge. Thick blue piece of acrylic, covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and a rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you, a younger version of you, already disintegrating inside, but still presentable on the outside. I was clean-shaven at some point. Huh. Interact.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge.
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glances at the badge in your hands. Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West.
Continue.
You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Let's just go in order. Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
Am I actually winking in the shot? That's a heck of a thing. Continue.
But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
How old are we talking?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good-looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
I mean, that seems like a shame as far as I'm concerned. I like massive sideburns, but he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression,
Right.
although it looks less grotesque on him than it did on you.
So I was making that face for 8 to 10 years. I was making that face, and I only finally just broke the grip on my brain that it had. Continue.
It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. Your eyes seem more clear somehow.
I mean, I may not have been quite so badly alcoholic at that point. I don't know if that really clouds your vision, but I know it shows on your face very clearly. Continue.
The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus.
Yeah, that.
Though there's a pinch of that in your cheeks already.
I was already getting started. Huh. Continue.
Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun.
Right. Continue.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Yeah, as mentioned. Name. Harrier Dubois. Harrier Dubois. Harrier.
Harrier Dubois. It suits you. I'm going to call you Harry, since it's short for Harrier.
He looks you up and down. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier? But I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Don't accept it. Harrier Dubois it is then. Accept it. It is an unusual name. Let's question it. I question things. What kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary.
Really?
The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
Do people get named that? I guess maybe they do. If those is your names, I'm sorry for laughing. Undying, Boxer, or Ironhide. Those are quite the wartime names for sure. And I guess that's what Harrier is as well. Yeah. Yeah, continue.
A name like armor.
Harrier Dubois it is then. I don't see a huge point in not accepting my own name. Harrier Dubois it is then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
Likewise, Kim.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it,
Right.
catching light.
Rank.
You see
LT.
lines of information.
I feel like I don't need to wait for this every time, but I also I can't talk over it. He's got a very commanding growl. Rank, LTN 2JFR. What does this mean?
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
Lieutenant W. Freighter. What is a Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Right. We got that. What's a W. Freighter, though?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're W. Freighter.
Huh. Declined?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect.
I don't know that's necessarily why I declined in this case, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is a situation where I didn't want to become a captain. I wonder if I already just didn't have the confidence at that point. Continue.
And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank. In your case, lieutenant.
What's a décomptage? I thought my rank was drunk. Turn back to the document. What? A décomptage. Where did that come up again? Excuse me. Can I just... I can grab and drag. That's so much faster. Okay. Décomptage. There it is. This right here. What is a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens militia. It means counting down to twos.
To twos? Continue.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution,
Okay.
which in turn was developed by last century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
Okay. Sure. Understood. Continue.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
And in my case, the captain is Zhang, who is currently in the whirling in rags, in a very bad disguise, and real surly about it. Okay, what kinks are we talking about?
Kings like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Wait, satellite officers? So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior? So you were putting up with me because we're of the same rank? Thanks for explaining all this. Don't mention it. Satellite officers.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
I mean, given that, given the number of cases that I've dealt with, 200 something, I suspect that I'm not, in fact, a satellite. I've just been doing this for a long time, huh? I don't know if the W freighter actually makes me his superior. Theoretically, we're of the same rank. You've been putting up with me because we're of the same rank, Kim?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
Well, it's good to hear. Continue.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He smiles encouragingly. Yeah. I guess all the stuff that has gone wrong had gone wrong as of Sunday night even. So, like, we're just discovering the swath of ruin that I left at that point. And recovering what we can. Continue?
He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it.
I'm trying so hard. I thought my rank was drunk. Turn back to the document.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and
He
this
pauses
leads
to
me to
examine.
believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks, that gives me hope. I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics. I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Are there not? I feel like there are. I feel like it is possible. It's a grueling process, but it's difficult doesn't mean impossible. Thanks,
Good.
he says with a quick smile. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial number, Revachol 126205. That has to do with the date I started, right? Jam 41, that's my district. Well, just interact with it, it'll tell me.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Oh, so they're not having to do with anything specific. Continue.
the numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose.
They do.
One that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Unfortunate. Date of issue, 7th of November, 50.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
So 4 months ago, I declined promotion to captainhood. But you don't become an alcoholic of my progressed state in 4 months. Plus, the photo from 8 to 10 years ago, I was already showing signs of it. So presumably things were already quite bad. And yet they still tried to promote me to captain? Continue.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
Then, continue.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes.
Probably yes. Continue.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially in winter. The winters are never easy on you. Of that you are sure.
I feel like winters aren't really easy on anybody, but yeah. Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. Why? What?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
Money is what it is. That district should have 3 precincts. Oh, because we don't have the money to have 3 precincts in it, so it's just us covering all of Jamrock. I see. Continue.
But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva.
A faint smile. Price, McCoy, Berdiayeva. Do I remember any of these people, Brain?
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain.
It's kind of funny how Kim pronounces it decomptage, and my brain pronounces it decomptage. Anyway, continue.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
That's the first time it's repeated the same message regarding the badge. So I do remember the members of my district. Sort of. At least their names are in there somewhere. Put the badge away, though. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm Harry Dubois. Harrier Dubois. Apparently I'm Harrier Dubois. Wasn't there a place somewhere in my menus where it refers to that? Character sheet. Overview info. No, this is just encyclopedia. That's not it. Journal. Find the armored gloves. The gloves of the hanged man armor still being around around the neighborhood. Try to locate them. A certain Cindy the Skull might know something about the victim's armor. Ask her. Ask the little girl in the fishing village down the coast who knows something about the armored gloves. Oh, there it was. Harrier Dubois, Lieutenant, 2 times your freighter. Look at that. I got 3 fascist points. Cool. Whoops. All right. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Great. I got that. I learned that much. I know who I am now. That's progress, right? Is there anything new we can talk about, Kim? Under the circumstances? No, apparently not. That's okay. Just checking. That's okay. Just checking. Footprints, though. Footprints in the snow that lead away from the accident. These are my footprints, then. And nobody else has been through here, or at least it froze after my prints kit went through? Boat. All right. Boat. Let's investigate boat. The underside of the boat has recently been tarred, so someone is maintaining these vehicles. Okay. Another boat under a tarp? Sure. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. That's what I said, basically. Wait. Okay, so I actually drove from here. Ah, okay. Right. I genuinely drove it across the waterlock? How did I even manage that? The waterlock's so narrow. How would you... You're not trying to tell me that I ramped off of the pawn shop and made it all the way across this? Because I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. But I mean, this is a video game. They can do what they want, huh? I already went this way. Okay. All right. So I know roughly how I... well, my car wound up where it is. I don't know what was in my mind at the time. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Oh, hey, look at that. This is a barbed wire fence. I can technically get in, but probably someone's not going to want me to. Is that another swing set? But it's been disassembled. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. All right, then what am I doing here? Huh? What's this? The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around this yard. Well, that's convenient. Give me that money. Thank you. There's a little thing right here, but apparently I cannot examine it. What's this? This message right here. What's this? Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Glory to the ghosts of us. What could that mean? Are you referring to the pail? I don't know. Maybe I'm just connecting everything to the pail because I'm obsessed with it. Plastic tear. Thank you. I'll have that. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. Can I have some? Whoa! Tape. Smallest church in Sanson! I can do karaoke yet. Give me it. Give it. Give it. I got it. I did it. I've done it. The tape you found from the shack on the coast. The A side has Smallest Church and Sanson written on it, while the B side is supposed to contain the instrumental version. Requires a boombox to play. Uh-oh, I need a boombox. But I can interact with it? I can interact with it.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at hand.
Well, I mean, I've got one in my room, but that's not really the same. Continue.
But even just holding the tape makes you feel a little sad.
I suppose it probably would, wouldn't it? And my morale, as it's been today, is not doing well. Continue.
A pawn shop would have a tape player.
Yeah, it does have a tape player. I remember that, but it's going to be expensive. Okay. Okay, so I'm halfway to being able to do karaoke at some point. Or karaoke, however you want to pronounce it. What's this? Money! I'll have that. Thank you. Okay, great, great, great. We're coming along on today's, rent? Rent isn't really the word for it, but you know what I mean. 20 real a day. Real. Doesn't look like there's any doors out of this courtyard. Seems this courtyard was just here to give me some money, and also whoop.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere.
There is. What happened here?
In this yard?
The lieutenant looks at the small building. A flock of gray swallows takes off in the distance. Continue.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Presumably a while. Continue.
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscur for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
Wait, what's a block obscure? So this part of the coast is a block obscure. That's a slightly less stupid way to ask. Wait, but this is wait. This is one that starts with wait. What's a block obscure? Yeah, what's that?
A black block. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war.
Uh-huh.
Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
I see. Continue.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
I see. Okay, so this part of the coast is a block obscure.
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but
He spreads
look
his
around.
arms.
No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
I guess that's true. Crime, drunks. I mean, there's me. Is that what you're talking about? And I took a bunch of money out of the house. Is that the crime we're talking about? We haven't even seen anybody else over here, Kim. At least they left some old music behind. Tap on the tape you picked up. You're right, it's no place. Let's go. They did leave some old music behind, though.
Yes, and you picked it up as part of the Jamrock Shuffle.
He gives you a weary smile. Continue.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
I can see where it would be difficult to resist giving that particular observation under the circumstances. Continue.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
You don't think so, huh? Okay. All right, moving it is then. Is that Tear? That looks like Tear. Are you Tear? Excuse me. You're not Tear. Okay. Someone just left some bottles, but they're not actual bottles of mine. They're just like, they're fake stand-in bottles. Hiding amongst the normal bottles just throw me off. I see how it is. I see how you are. Let's go up here. Is it just on my end? Does the wind cut out periodically during the music? Are you hearing that too? I hope it's not too obnoxious. It kind of annoys me, but, well, not so much I can do about it. Oh, I have to go all the way around in order to get to that box. Well, let me just do that then. Here we go. Hey, plastic tear, give it. And what's this? Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. Okay. Can I just go in? Let's go in. Ooh, it's dark in here. Ooh, it's dark in here. Okay, okay. I have equipment for when things are dark. I do. Here we go. Pow! Lightness. Yes! I can see. There's nothing but the chair. Nope, there's stuff. There's things, and stuff. What's this? Hold on. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. What's this? Postcard, Coal City 08. I'll have a look at that in a minute. And what's this? Bow knot, +2 drama. I can wear a bow tie instead of my current mishmash of color? I guess I could. Examine the chair. I worry about my morale. I examine the chair. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. I sure do. I sure do. Okay, I guess let us retreat from here. I got a bow tie. A bow knot, as it says. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement, though. +2 drama, theater kid. And what does my current neck piece do? +1 in Inland Empire for a horrific necktie. Why is it? Why is it? I know I've already read this. You'll betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. Because it's my friend now. I see. The question is, if you betray the horrific necktie, does it, like, gain a permanent negative bonus? I wouldn't be surprised, given what I know of this game. The constructs of my mind are important enough to have real-world applications, you know? So if I believe my necktie is offended, then probably my necktie is offended, and it's going to have consequences. I know how it goes. Let's see here. Ooh, what's this? Sounds of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Okay, so someone's doing daily life stuff out here. Oh, and we got people. We got people, and money, and bricks. Bricks. Cinder blocks, charred, a makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. Someone said something, friend. That's just life, friend. Is it? The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Okay. There's a bench here. Is it actually a bench for sitting on?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
I'm not surprised. Continue.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
The lieutenant looks down the street. Okay, yes.
You can revisit the bench.
Yeah. Right. Kim doesn't like it when we sit down. I understand. Ooh, what's this say? Allez vous-en. Allez-vous-en. Allez-vous is you go. I don't know what -on does. So get out type of thing, maybe? Unclear. What's in this drum? Pants! Intersolary trousers. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. You can get a +1 to Kingdom of Conscience? How does that work? I'll take them, but what the heck? It's a stat that's not in my stats? Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Moralist pants! What does that mean, though? Kingdom of Conscience isn't a thing, though. I mean, it is because I've got it in my thoughts, but I guess the idea is if you've got the moralist thought going on and you wear this pants, it makes you better at moralist things. But I don't necessarily like having moralist thoughts. It's just that it makes my volition very high, you know? Oh, look at that. I'm nearly up to the point where I get a second skill point. Just thinking on the, volition front. Okay. All right. What's this? You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on a bed. But I can't actually go into this particular building, can I? Seems like no. Let's examine the other window. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Okay, understood. I will stop trying to. I know, by the way, that there's quick travel unlocked. Fisherman shacks, quick travel! You can quick travel? Amazing. How does it work? M. Fisherman shacks, you are here. Ah, look at that. You can quick travel. I wonder if it's actually instantaneous? Given how this game works, and it only passes time when you interact with things, presumably you can travel actually instantaneously. I can't read that. I wonder what it means. What's this? A wedding stone. Well worn and covered in rust. Okay. We're just shuffling all over the place today. There's people here. People are fine. People are great. I worry about interacting with people because it's going to spend a bunch of time. What's this? Money! I'll take that. What's this? Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. Okay. We got children. Up rock, they say. They seem to be playing some manner of game. I don't necessarily understand it. What? Hi. You don't actually speak... Hello? Hello. Hello. Washerwoman. The woman next to the bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed. Continue.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that again, brain. Everyone loves that term. I also interrupted your humming. I'm terribly sorry, washerwoman. Continue.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
She opens her eyes. If you can't see, then how did you know I was here? Because she can hear, dummy. Lean forward. What if I don't want to? Lean forward. Lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
A shadow passes over her face. So it's actually not a good thing that I complied and let her see who I was, because now she knows we're the police. Continue.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
What he said, we're cops, we don't cause trouble, we take care of trouble. We're cops, we're hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. Point your fist or finger pistols at her. I haven't even internalized that thought yet. Oh, man. This is... I don't feel comfortable doing that when she specifically says she doesn't want any trouble. Plus, it would make both her and Kim unhappy. So I'm just going to say we take care of trouble, even if it's not necessarily true.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Wait, I've been here before? What kind of an ill omen are we talking about? I am an ill omen, all right. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that? She just did. I'm guessing she didn't mean you specifically have been here before, Harry, but I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her. Behind her? This one over here. Okay, continue.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
Prison, probably, huh? Continue.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Right. What kind of an ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
A black hound licking your own heels. That's me, huh? Says my brain, says Inland Empire. I am an ill omen, all right. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anyone told me that? Which direction do we want to go with this? My brain seems to think that I am an ill omen. And it's really hard to disagree with it, right? I don't have a very good track record at the moment. But just accepting that about yourself, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It feels bad, but... This feels like the standard escapism option, right? The superstar thing. I can't possibly be a drunk an alcoholic failure if I'm a superstar, right? Or if I am a superstar, it's okay that I'm that thing. I guess I am an ill omen.
You're not. No one around here considers us an ill omen. People would have told us.
Sorry, Kim. Continue.
Maybe they are afraid.
Afraid? Why? I mean, theoretically we do have guns, although I personally do not.
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
I see. So if men with guns start chasing me, maybe I can come here? Good to know for the future. Continue.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses. Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone. Searching for treasure. So are others.
Right, okay. Continue.
Ah, look at me ramble on.
She waves her hand.
What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here? What is in this fishing village? What further down the coast? Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you? Goodbye, I'm off. Is it possible to stay here? Would I be able to duck my bill at the Whirling and Rags if I did? Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave.
Yeah, I suppose. Continue.
That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind it. How much is it? Don't know if I can afford another place to stay. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Wait, hold on. You're just giving it to me? I'm not sure it's appropriate for the RCM to accept free accommodations. There's this guy, Gart, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold. Okay, I'll take it. Get to your new home. Hold on. You're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway.
She tilts her head on the side, pondering
You
over
can
something.
stay there.
I'm torn right now, right? I'm torn right now because I have this powerful instinct to click everything and see what happens. But the thing is that this is a game where when you make decisions like that, it has consequences. So chances are not bad that if I were to say, I'm not sure it's appropriate for RCM to accept free accommodations, the game might be like, well, then you don't get a free house. So let's complain about Gart. Let's just be let's do the big baby route. Big baby!
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks.
She looks around.
They might not look like much, but they are ours.
So, wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
Well, I'm used to accommodations that are not particularly warm, so that's fine. One more time. I can just have the room. You got yourself a tenant. Get keys to your new home. No, I don't want a free room. It's not proper. Stay at Whirling and Rags. I can just have the room?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
She nods and looks at the shack. It would help me stay in touch with the proletariat. Nah, this could be the first chapter of my Rags to Riches memoir. Now, this is real Revacholian hospitality. That Gart must be half kipped or something. That's a racial slur, right? Unfortunately, that incremental development hasn't elevated this neighborhood yet. I see potential here. I don't need much. This sounds just fine. So here's the thing. This is the communist option. This is the superstar option. This is the racist option. This is, I don't even know what to call that. All of these stink. All of them stink. This is the boring option, but I'm taking it. I don't need much.
An uncomplicated man.
She nods approvingly.
Take it, that means you're interested.
You got yourself a tenant. Get keys to your new home. Yeah.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the place.
A key appears from under her apron. She hands it to you. I will try not to. Thank you.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you.
He looks around
Here,
Nets.
in a shack.
It's fine, Kim. It's fine. My shack is fine, thank you. That means I suddenly have money that I can spend. What is in this fishing village? What's further down the coast? Tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you? Goodbye, I'm off. Tell me about yourself.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
Sadie? Like your last name, or do you actually change your name when you marry type of thing? Continue.
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant W. Freuder Harrier Dubois. I happen to know I lost my name. I did lose my name, but I found my name. It's my turn. I'm Harrier Dubois. Hello.
Quite a handle you got there.
The old woman nods with evident respect.
So many titles. One of them, double.
I know, right? I know. It's quite ostentatious. So what's in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
She sounds tired. What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place.
She grins.
A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Right. Continue.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor. Apparently my brain likes that particular phrase. There's got to be something here. Tell me, who else lives in this village? Is there a way to make a little money around here? All right, there's another topic I'd like to address. All right, conceptualization. Let's see what she thinks of this thing. Pornographically poor, huh?
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
The woman smiles cryptically. Continue.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
I mean, it's literally cold out, but yeah, understood. Continue.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
The lieutenant marks dryly and looks around. You really don't like being here, do you, Kim? Continue.
Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
Her eyes grow wide with glee. Huh. I'm lost too. I mean, I am. I'd really rather go back to talking about the village. I am lost too, though. I am lost too.
Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days.
Her expression betrays curiosity. I think I'm in the process of finding myself again. Maybe I should stay lost, just move here and disappear completely. I'd really rather go back to talking about the village. I'm trying my best to find myself again. It's a question of... Oh, that's staying lost, moving here, and disappearing completely. Like... It's not quite nihilism, it's more resignation. And I don't know that I'm ready for that. I think I'm trying to find myself again. I'm going to go with that one.
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost?
A fleeting smirk runs across her lips.
Something I can do for you to find your way, officer?
There's got to be something here. Tell me. Who else lives in this village? Okay. Is there something else here?
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
She waves her hand southwest. Okay, the pox is southwest. Continue.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
She looks towards the buildings to the south, and now it's just abandoned? I suppose, yeah, it is. Continue.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens.
I see. Continue.
Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
And what happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out.
Right.
The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
She tightens the scarf around her neck. That must be rough having to... How do you make that decision? You're the staff of a Goodwill hospital, and you just can't anymore. So you just close the doors and walk away. Like, that's a rough decision to make. I understand where, you might get to that position in life and you just have to do it, but... Huh. Who else lives in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east.
She nods her head across the
But
courtyard.
they're away right now.
Oh, the ones with the window locked. Or not the window locked, but covered with drapes. It's currently unoccupied. I see. Continue.
And then there's the drunks.
Uh-huh.
Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
She sighs. Who? What drunks? I'm not really interested in town drunks, but thanks. What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
She slowly shakes her head. I'm guessing that we're talking about the guys who I saw on the way into town and avoided speaking to. A town, into the area, and avoided speaking to because I was worried about time frames. Yes, I do realize I've gone over an hour, by the way, but I do want to talk to this washerwoman. Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you?
She lets out a dry
No,
chortle.
officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
I've probably collected most of those at this point. Thank you, though.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
I've noticed that, but thank you. All right, another topic I'd like to address.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity.
Oh no, it's DeLorean.
It's been there since before my time, even.
She replies and wipes her forehead. It's a Dolores Day church. Of course it is. Of course it is. I almost shouldn't go there today until I recover some morale. Why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
She smiles a gap-toothed smile and smells the air. It doesn't seem the place for it. You're absolutely right. Continue.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
Guessing that is a no.
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open.
She frowns.
It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Did it? You said they built it 300 years ago. So even within your lifetime, it was a nicer place to be than it is now. But then again, I guess we're just barely post-revolutionary when things were hurtling into decline. She's older than Harry here, but I'm guessing not by tremendously much, right? Of course, she's also, living in a highly exposed fisher village. It probably ages you pretty heavily. I can't really say how old she is. What else is what else is on down coast, it says?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty.
Which is it then? Apartments or electrical plant? Anything else of note? It is a strange way to word it. An apartment complex or some kind of electrical plant. Sounds like she doesn't know which it was.
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the
shrugs.
war. I wasn't here then, Was born in Samara.
Oh, sure, I see. You weren't born here, so even within the time that you've lived here, the church was a nicer place. Things really are heavily in decline. Anything else of note?
Of note? The old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who'd want to come to a fish market here? That's it, there's got to be more along the coast. All right, got it. This is so disdainful. I am curious about the fish market, but the only interaction point I've got on it is, who'd want to come to it here? And I suppose she's probably going to be like, yeah, nobody did, and that's why it's closed. But let's hear it from her mouth.
No one. That's why it's closed.
There you go, called it.
It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else.
After a long pause, she adds that other thing she said. Continue.
Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
The Delta. So you do still sell things. You sell your catch. Huh. That's it. There's got to be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End.
Land's End? Continue.
Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Land's End. Continue.
Nothing is impossible, surely.
Interfacing's like, no, I got this. Where's Land's End?
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
She drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. Okay. I know everything there is about the coast. I'm scrolling back because I want to... Oh, it's gone. I wanted to review what her name was because she told me her name and it did not change her title. You know how it goes in this game. I don't remember it already. I'm so sorry. Isabel, was it? No, probably not. Goodbye, I'm off. Goodbye. Cool, what's this?
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
What time? Yeah, I don't think the time is now. Later, maybe. What time?
Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
Is this Apocalypse Cop all of a sudden? What did I say? What did I say? I didn't say anything. What did I say? Taola, what's that?
Ulogu Theodos. Xeno Zausin. Ipoli Osidien. Echondes Fronisin.
Okay, but you see, I don't actually speak this language, whether my brain does or not. Wait, what? Wait. When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
Interestingly, it skipped the word you right here. This is because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think the time is now, later maybe. Yeah, it is probably. Proceed.
Yes, you spoke the words of the Palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you marked yourself.
Am I sure it's not a joke or some kind of coping mechanism? I'm a little afraid. I do think the world might end soon. Yeah, I'm gonna opt out of the... I can't read that. I know you said it out loud. This was a mistake. Am I sure it's not a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
I love the self-awareness. I'm a little afraid.
So you should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain, Palindropos.
Palindropos. Palindropos. I do think the world might end soon, or I'm going to opt out. This is the Apocalypse Cop thought, isn't it? I don't turn down a thought at face value unless I have a very good reason to do so. I do think the world might end soon.
The face of the woman fractures. There will be herd killing. We all become vapor.
And great, that's a great one. Cop of the Apocalypse. You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. It somewhat takes away from my credibility as a herald of the apocalypse, when I can't say words. Until now, you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of this cataclysm, but no more! Put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in. But -1 rhetoric. Rambling madman. 7 hours of research. Great. Well, not right now, thank you. Not right now. Cool. All right. Hey, I have a house! I'm not going to go and check it out because I'm very much out of time, but... Thank you for watching. Next time, what are we doing next time even? There's a lot of fishing village to cover. I'd like to explore it more, but it is already past noon at this point. Did I have business to take care of back in town? I genuinely don't remember. This conversation has put everything out of my mind, but I'm no longer in $20 of real, or $20 of debt every day. I can just sleep here for free. I can sleep here in a shack, and it's going to be great. And I can buy the dye, and I can buy the frog visor. I can buy everything because I don't have to pay rent. Ha! It's beautiful. Okay, thank you for watching. Next time, maybe I'll explore this sound more. It seems like a nice place. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I can't even joke about it. It seems like a terrible place. But I like this woman. She's great. If a little bit crazed at times. Anyway, I'll see you next time.